Hey beauties, good evening to you. I was listening to Joyce Meyer this evening preaching, and I like to listen to her because she just keeps it simple and real. Really obey God. Obey God, you spare your life from a lot of things. Obey God and be joyous. Not just obey, okay, because you can obey and not be joyous in it. And it really doesn't profit you anything much, really, because you can't trick God. He's an intelligent being, He's beyond intelligent, so you really cannot trick him. So it's not just obedience because Lord, I don't want to go hell. No, you obey him because you love him. You saw what he has done for you. You've experienced the blessings in his life. And she said something very fundamental, you know that she gave an example that her husband was saying something to her and she kind of shrugged him off, but the following day she said she would wait till morning come to apologize to him. One of the ways to maintain your humility in life is to genuinely apologize, even if it is something that you think is simple, but you feel that kind of nudging within your soul, within your heart, within your mind. So you said something that is offensive to somebody that, whether it's a friend or may not be a friend, it could be even a stranger, and you wronged them, you offended them. And when I say, I don't like to use the word offense because you can speak truth in a loving way and it still becomes offensive to somebody. But let us say offense that links back to wrong. You offended them, that links back to wrong. So you wrong them, you cause them hurt, you cause them pain in terms of doing something wrong. You are not too big to apologize. One of the reasons why sometimes things don't go our way, we don't get that favor and blessing in a bountiful way from God, it's because we feel that we are better than people, or what we do is that because you say you feel embarrassed, you don't go back to the person. So what if you feel embarrassed? We all go through the different emotions. If your boss disrespects you, you may feel to disrespect your boss, but you don't do it anyway. You employ emotional intelligence because they don't want to lose your job or to be suspended or whatever it is. So you employ that emotional intelligence and you don't respond. Similarly, the spirit is subjected to the prophet. You yourself can control yourself or allow yourself to say, yes, I feel embarrassed. However, I'm going to put my embarrassment or the humiliating feeling or the embarrassing feeling at the bottom, right below, and put my humility at the top. So I'm going to employ humility for this job, and I'm going to go back to that human being and apologize to them. A lot of people are hurting because people have not apologized to them, and all they want is just for you to say, I'm sorry. There are people who know that they have done people wrong, and I feel that they suspect the people know, and they still mosey on along. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how I can't fathom it. I cannot fathom it. You have people who have wronged people so horribly. The hope for these wrongs, I should say, are in workplaces especially, and even churches. Those two main places, workplaces and churches. You have workplace hurt and church hurt. I don't even know which one supersedes the other. Maybe the two of them run neck and neck. It's like two Usain Bolts, and you see who I'm using? That's how powerful it is. But although I'm using Usain Bolt, forgive me, Usain, you're the best athlete ever, as in sprinter, but I'm talking about how potent it is, but not in a good way. And you know for a fact, within your soul, man, within your heart, within your mind, that you have done this person wrong, and you just mosey on along and don't apologize. Some of you, yes, you're probably safe, you're probably feeling, I don't care. Put your embarrassing feeling or your embarrassment at the bottom, below par, and put humility at the top and say, boy, whether I feel embarrassed or not, I'm going to. When you can go against your feeling, it means that you're growing. So you don't feel to do the right thing, but you do it anyway, it means that you're growing. One of the most difficult things I'm going to tell you, my beautiful people, for me to do is to love people who have done me wrong, especially those who have done me wrong without a cause. I want to have to watch myself being nice to them because it pleases God and I want to please God. I say, God, I don't like it, God. It feels very fake. But how will it benefit me to respond the same way? I say, God, just sometimes just allow me, God not stopping me, He has given me volition, but I'm there talking to Him like that. That's how much respect I have for Him. I said, God, just allow me, please, please, and don't make me feel bad about it. Like I would say that to Him. Remember, Jesus had that feeling too, He said, when Him see the burden and the weight of the sinner come down upon Him in terms of having to die for us sinful people. Him said, take this cup from me, please. Please, it's too heavy that His sweats became like droplets of droplets of blood. People keep saying it says like, meaning thick. So the fretration and the sweating reached Him. That's how, I wouldn't say fretration, that's not even the word. They just the feeling, being touched by every hand. Said, oh my God, this burden heavy. He felt the burden. I said, make it pass. But He said, but nevertheless, God, I will do it. And that's what I've had to employ. It's not easy loving people. It's not easy doing good to people who have done me wrong. Left up to me, if God ever asked this of me, they wouldn't, let me tell you, they couldn't even tell me hello. I wouldn't even look at them. They wouldn't even get, as a friend of mine would say, they wouldn't get to see my eyes, because the eyes are the windows of the soul, meaning we wouldn't even connect like that. It's like they would be like, you pass some things, like you don't even see it, and I'm good at that. I can do that. I can be like that. And I've had to employ, my God, I've just practice it. It is the most difficult, it pains me sometimes, but I have to do it. I have to put the feeling of not wanting to do it because it pleases God. And one of the sad realities is that I see many human beings walking around knowing that they have wronged people falsely and refuse to apologize. I will never stop talking about this. They refuse to apologize. They refuse. I see even what's her name, some people tell her to, but I understand where she's coming from, because it's he who feels it, knows it. When you don't feel it, you can't understand it. Oh God, that fattish lady there that come in the park as they play the mother, Monique. When she said when she kept saying she's not gonna stop until they apologize, who she's talking. There was moguls, and I understand. To be honest, people, if people have hurting us in a very deep way, more than once or more than twice, especially, let me tell you, man, all you want is an apology. You don't have to get any money. You don't have to get the accolade. You don't have to say to them, I did you wrong, and I'm sorry. I am sorry. Whether you think the person is going to reject your apology, they're not going to accept it, they're going to buff you, humiliate you, put your feeling or thoughts or humiliation or humiliating feeling on the back burner and put humility on the front and say, I know I did them wrong. I know within my heart, within my soul, within my mind, I did them wrong and I'm going to apologize. If only many people would be like that, a lot of our problems would mitigate. A lot of our problems would mitigate. Because all some people want, like myself, is I'm sorry. The number of people have hurt me and done me wrong without a cause and cause others to be on board with them, to jump on the bandwagon, believe them and treat me similarly. And it's until life reached them in a similar way that's when they realized and said, oh my God, what have I done to Toni-Ann and other people? Let me tell you, man, I can't fathom it. I could not live with myself knowing that I wronged somebody, especially without a cause. And don't go back and tell them sorry. Let them reject it. The blood is off my shoulder. Even if they want to reject, that's why I can't worry about that. I can't sit and worry about what if they, at least, in the back of their heads, they can say that I came back and I tried to make amends and I apologized. At least, at the very least. But can you imagine when you have zero? When they think about this and the person didn't have the audacity to apologize. It bothers me. I'm not lying to you. It's a phenomenon that I'm unable to comprehend. How people are walk comfortably. Or maybe uncomfortably. But it is what it is, so be it. Maybe one day. Anyway, guys, follow me on TikTok, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share this